10 minutes is really, really fast to talk about $660,000, so I'm open to questions. I'm hopeful the packet will be helpful. What? I'm sorry. I have 30 seconds. Well, this is a first. Bobby Patterson's giving back 30 seconds. But I am happy to try and answer questions. I know it's a complex program. John, I welcome the idea of pre-submittal and asking people to have a chance to review the grant, and that's why we sent it out, because I know it's really hard to kind of comprehend this in just 10 minutes. And so we would welcome questions between now and any time before the grant submission.
Certainly, some of them are substantially larger than others.
Yes,
and,
we realize that.
A lot of different
realize that, and that's why we feel a
so.
responsibility to really report back to you that we use the money for something good.
Not having obviously reviewed the whole package you dropped off yet today, but I'm familiar with obviously a lot of those programs. I did want to just take 1 minute before we open to questions, if we have any in here, and just tell you that I especially appreciate, you know, now obviously you have a staff that helps you be able to do this, but being able to see, you know, your annual report and kind of the program, kind of the, you know, the program results that you've got for the different things certainly helps, you know, me in being able to go through and start to analyze this and actually kind of seeing what, you know, what we're really getting out of it. And I'd certainly like to think that it would be easy for all grantees to do this, but of course they don't have the staff like that and don't have that ability. But anytime that you can put together that kind of information, either in your presentations, in your, you know, when you do your quarterly reports and stuff in there, that really goes a long way in helping a lot of times for, I know, the council people to really justify and you know, and hopefully make decisions on what programs are, you know, are working best. So it also shows you sometimes too the programs that aren't working or that used to work, and as things have changed in there, that maybe it's time to kind of reevaluate how you're spending those dollars and look at a different aspect. So.
You know, Mr. Chairman, there's no question that keeping current with how the buyer buys, how the client thinks, how they want information, if all of us aren't doing that at all time, then we're really not using it. We can't continue to just randomly print things or assume that certain things are, because there's so many buyers out there and so many generational issues that all of us, I think, have responsibility, and we do have staff to do that. And so I just always stand ready to say, if we could ever be of help to any other grant recipient, just in analysis or how we track things, then, you know, we certainly stand ready to do that.
Probably one question in regards to visitors guides and stuff. You know, we've had a lot of discussion over the last few years too on when we're dealing with the annual guides, the you know, the city guides and those kinds of stuff. Are you seeing requests for that type of material actually going down, staying the same? You know, just from your connection with those folks that are coming to town.
You know, John, I guess the answer is both, and that's why I think we're trying to do this program that says, how do you really want information? What we find is on the leisure side, if we advertise, for example, in National Geographic or Reader's Digest or one of those totally leisure to try and create awareness, then people want something in their hand. We put our visitor's guide online. Some people will go in and print out just what they want, but a lot won't. And so if you're talking about the leisure traveler who's traveling in his car, they still are addicted to something in their hand and a map. The meeting planner, on the other hand, wants down and dirty and efficient, but when he's trying to entice people to come to an event, then he wants something he can send to them. So that's why I'm really interested in the results of a research project that says, really, how do you use these tools? So we've cut back at a sort of small level on the amount of visitors guides that we're printing, but we find that when a group comes to town, they still want them on their information desks. They still want everybody to have one of those. So it's a time where I think we can't say that print's gone, nor do I think we can say we can't match it with electronics. So everything we print, we put online. There's some people are going to print it all. Some people are going to just print what they want. Some people are going to be disappointed if they didn't get it in the mail. So I think it's a tough question today.
Okay. Questions for Bobby?
I just appreciate if somebody make up a question. I can't ask this big a grant and not have a question or two. I will, if I have that other second, I would say, I am giving 2 seminars, and I really would hate to have an empty room. So if any of you are just like totally bored, I think it's tomorrow, I think it's Wednesday afternoon. Be there, please.
Okay.
Okay, thanks
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Council, for your
Appreciate it.
support. And we stand ready to answer any other questions anybody has after this. Thanks.